I fought fires for 38 years, but nothing burned like the moment my son's fiancée humiliated me at their rehearsal.
I never thought I'd be telling this story, but some things can't stay buried. My name is John Miller, and for 38 years, I was Captain John Miller of the St. Louis Fire Department. I've run into burning buildings, pulled families out of smoke-filled rooms, and seen things most people only watch in movies. But none of it, absolutely none of it, prepared me for what happened at my own son's wedding rehearsal. My wife, Margaret, passed away 3 years ago. We lost her to cancer, but the truth is she started to fade long before her last breath. I can still picture myself sitting by her hospital bed, holding her hand, watching the vibrant woman I loved slowly disappear. You never forget something like that. The house is so quiet now, too big for just one person. Her clothes are still hanging in the closet. I just can't bring myself to move them. Sometimes I still wake up reaching for her hand. Adam was our only child. We poured everything we had into him. I worked double shifts. Margaret took on extra sewing jobs, all so he could have the life we never did. When he graduated college with honors, Margaret was already sick, but she found the strength to be there. I'll never forget her whisper, "We did good, John. We did real good." He met Kelly a few years later. From the start, I had a bad feeling. She looked at people like she was calculating their worth. When she met Margaret, she stayed in the room for less than 10 minutes, saying she was uncomfortable around sick people. Even at Margaret's funeral, she acted bored, like she was at a party she didn't want to attend. But Adam said he was happy, so I kept my mouth shut. He proposed just 6 months after we buried my wife. The wedding she wanted was straight out of a magazine. The Plaza Hotel, a 5-course meal, a designer dress. The price tag was astronomical, and Adam had no savings. When he asked me to help, I thought of every sacrifice Margaret and I had made for him. I thought of the river cruise she always dreamed of, a dream we put on hold for medical bills and college tuition. But I looked at my son, and what else could I do? I said yes. $60,000 quickly became 70. Every check I wrote felt like a piece of me breaking off. Kelly dismissed every one of my suggestions. The church where Margaret and I got married? Not good enough. Margaret's family china for the cake? Tacky. At the rehearsal dinner, I slipped Adam an extra check from what was left of my savings. Then the wedding planner called everyone into position. I was supposed to walk my son down the aisle, but Kelly stopped me. She asked what I was doing. When I told her, she said, "Plans have changed. You'll sit over there," and pointed to the back of the room. The room went silent. Everyone stared. Adam said nothing. She told me I was holding things up. In that moment, something inside me finally snapped. I told her she'd made it clear I wasn't welcome, that I was just the checkbook. She accused me of making a scene. But the final blow came when she said I was pathetic, clingy, extra baggage that Adam needed to get rid of. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just placed the final check on a table and walked out. Back home, I saw Margaret's photo on the fridge. She always told me, "You fight for everyone else, John. Don't forget to fight for yourself." I realized I hadn't been. I'd let them walk all over me because I was terrified of losing my son. I opened the drawer with all the wedding contracts and started making calls. The venue, the caterer, the florist, the band I canceled them all. Every contract was in my name, paid for by me. Then I called my bank and froze my cards. The next morning, my phone exploded. Adam and Kelly showed up at my door, furious. She demanded I fix everything. I calmly told her the wedding I was funding was over. She insulted my wife again. That's when Adam finally looked shaken. Then she screamed that I owed them the wedding, that it was a gift. I told her I wasn't taking back what was spent, but I wouldn't spend a penny more. Then I asked Adam about the $25,000 charge to Bora Bora on my card. Kelly had stolen my card details for their honeymoon. She said she thought I wouldn't notice. The next day, the internet erupted. Kelly posted that I was mentally unstable. But guests from the rehearsal started sharing what really happened. A bridesmaid even leaked screenshots of Kelly's texts mocking my wife, bragging about getting my inheritance, and planning to push me out of Adam's life. The truth came out. 3 days later, Adam came home. He'd found Margaret's engagement ring hidden in Kelly's jewelry box. She had stolen that too. He ended the engagement. The wedding money was gone, but he promised to pay me back. A few months later, I booked the world cruise Margaret always wanted, 180 days at sea. The cost was almost exactly what I'd spent on the wedding. As I boarded the ship, Adam hugged me and said he loved me. As the ship pulled away from the shore, I felt a breeze, and for a second it felt like Margaret was right there with me. I whispered, "It's finally time," and for the first time in a long time, I truly meant it. Thanks for listening.